This word is choose. Let's say that together. Choose. Choose means to pick one thing and not another. I want you to touch your nose every time you hear the word choose in our story today. This word is librarian. Let's say that together. Librarian. A librarian is a person who helps you get books in a library. I want you to touch your nose every time you hear the word librarian in our story today. We're going to read our story, Lola at the Library, again. I'll have more questions for you, so make sure that you're listening and answering them out loud at home. Lola loves Tuesdays. On Tuesdays, Lola and her mommy go to the library. What's your favorite day? My favorite day is probably Saturdays because I get to sleep in late and spend the day with John Ross and Tessa. What about you? The library opens at 9 o'clock, but Lola is ready to go long before that. She puts all the books she borrowed last week in her backpack. Her library card is also very important. What are some things you put in your book bag? The library is not very far away, so Lola and her mommy always walk there. Where could you walk to from your house? Pretty close to my house is a little grocery store, and sometimes on Saturdays, me and Mr. Ethan and Tessa and John Ross will all walk down to the grocery store and get a drink. Lola and her mommy give back the books from last week. The librarian buzzes them through the machine. What do you do whenever you visit a library? There's a special section in the library just for children. It's really cool. Nobody ever says, shh. Sometimes there's singing. Lola knows all the words and the hands for Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. What would be your favorite thing to do in a children's section of a library? I remember when I was little, at the library downtown, there's a big, kind of like a playhouse that you could climb on. And my mom used to take us every week over the summer, and I loved to climb up and down in the children's section of the library. Sometimes there is story time. Lola loves that. How do you feel when you listen to a story? After story time, Lola chooses her books. In the library, she can have any book she wants. Lola likes stories with bears and anything with shoes. There are so many, it takes ages to choose. What are your favorite kind of stories? I love stories where people travel through time, like where they go back in time and see different cultures and things that people used to do way back in the old days. Mommy has some books too. The librarian buzzes them through the machine, then stamps the date inside. Lola must bring them back in 2 weeks, but she will probably be back for more long before then. What does a librarian do here? That's right. She's checking the books out. She buzzes them through the machine and then puts the date that they have to come back by inside. Lola and her mommy always get a snack after visiting the library. Mommy has a cappuccino and Lola has juice. Whenever Lola has been good, her mommy lets her taste the foam. Why does Lola's mommy let her taste the foam? Well, the foam on top of a cappuccino is usually sweet, and if Lola's been really well behaved or good at the library, her mama lets her have a little sweet treat, it sounds like. Then it's time to go home again. Look at this little dog. Where do you think he could be going? Every night after Lola is tucked in bed, her mommy reads her a story. It is the best way to end the day? How would you feel if someone read you a story at night? I'm a grown-up now, but I used to love when my mommy would read to me in the bed. And now I read to my kids, and I love it just as much as when I was little and got read to. Let's say this word together. Choose. Choose means to pick one thing and not another. On this page of our book, we see Lola choosing the books she wants to take home this week. She chooses ones with bears and shoes. On the next pages of your seesaw assignment, I want you to use the word choose in a sentence for me. Let's say this word together. Librarian. A librarian is a person who helps you get books in a library. On this page of our story, we heard the word librarian whenever Lola gave her books back to the librarian that she had borrowed the week before. Today, I want you to use the word librarian in a sentence for me.